Hey, good morning, everybody. Mark Gassert, sales concepts portion of Mark's message here in Peachtree Corners, Georgia, peachiest place on the planet. And I'm just going to pick up where I left off yesterday in regards to establishing value. And if you remember, here's something to think about. We all are familiar with the saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Now, this phrase infers what is pleasing to one's person and it may not be to another, right? So, different people, as we all know, have different opinions as to what is beautiful. So, beauty is subjective. So, the same holds true for value. Now, with that, and it looks like I have a little glitch out there in record land, so bear with me. Value also exists in the eye of the beholder or in the mind of the customer. Now, if you remember yesterday, we talked about a couple things, and I'm just going to share with you once again that our interactive workshop every Wednesday, tomorrow, establishing value, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, and that is tomorrow, right? The 20th. It's a Wednesday. I know today's Tuesday, but it's just a little promo. And we talked, yesterday about, what we were going to cover in this workshop. And for those that missed, what we're going to do here is just bring up some things like value is the key to knowing how to craft questions and messages that create customer engagement. Now what does all that mean? In layman's terms, keeping everything in perspective. What's in it for me, right? And what's in it for me is what your customer is thinking about when you are engaging with them, whether it's the phone, whether it's through virtual, they're like in their own way thinking, okay, I'm listening to this person. What absolutely is in this for me? How is this going to benefit me? How is this going to help me accelerate my current, whether it's my sales process, my engagement process? What can this person do for me? So, and the other thing to keep in mind is how to use value questions and propositions to generate a meaningful environment for customer engagement. That also will be covered tomorrow as well. And then if you remember, just briefly, I covered a couple learning objectives, what we're going to talk about, and here we go. Determine what your prospect or customer values using targeted questions. It's all about how you propose that question, and how it is in relationship to your customer's industry, their specification, their level of expertise. That's what you're looking to do, to bring a good idea to the table. Essentially, if you do that, you can't miss. And then number two, assess your prospect or customer sources of value to position your products and services meaningfully. You know, And very simply, all you're doing is customizing your level of service, your product, whatever you're offering to that individual that you're engaging with. I call them a probable purchaser, right? Because if you get that far, they're interested. And then number three, create a compelling message for prospects or customers using value propositions. We all hear about that, right? And last but not least, this is what's going to take place. Participants use value questions to engage prospects in meaningful conversations that will differentiate themselves. How do you stand out in the marketplace? Are you status quo? What do you bring to the table that can truly help somebody grow and develop? Easier said than done. It takes time. You got to think about these things. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. And once again, this is going to take place at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. I'll put that in there. But it is going to be happening on Wednesday. I know it's tomorrow, but I'm promoing. For whatever reason, we seem to have a glitch, and my apologies. I don't know if it's a Facebook thing, but don't know what's going on here. But As always, always, always in Mark's message, remember, have a successful day, and most important of all, be a leader, be a friend, and let's all be of service. Once again, Mark's message via Sales Concepts from the peachiest place on the planet, Peachtree Corners, Georgia. And we were talking about establishing value. Tomorrow, I'll just go over this very briefly because I have some other things I'm going to cover. And you will probably see me later on this afternoon or later in the day. So, again, have a successful day. Catch you later.